Hi, I'm Craig.
I'm Chris.
And we're from Coded, and today we're going to be looking at our plugin for the Divi Custom Post Types. We'll be setting it up through the Divi WordPress theme / content management system, and we'll be using the CPT UI plugin as well, because that's the most popular plugin for developing custom post types and taxonomies. So I'll let Chris crack into it.
Okay, so first thing we're going to do is just quickly create a WordPress site. We have a interesting little bash script that does this for us. So I'll just make sure I'm in the right folder, which I am. And I'm just going to call this coded-test site. Don't worry too much about what is actually happening here, but if you haven't checked out WP CLI or command line interface, I highly suggest you give it a look. This will only take a second. And then after that, we should be able to open that up. So you could just go through your browser. I'm doing this locally, so you can do this in using MAMP if you're on a Mac, or WAMP if you're using Windows. What's Linux's version? Oh, you just use Apache, don't you?
Yep. It just comes installed. It just works.
Okay, and or you can do this live. It doesn't really matter too much. So I call that coded test site, and I'll go to the WP admin, and I'll use my highly secure username and password. Now the next thing we need to do is we can install our plugin. So custom post type UI, a very popular plugin for creating post types. It's a bit of a pain to create post types the manual way, so this is probably the easiest way to do it. And once that's installed, we'll go ahead and we will create a post type. Awesome. So we'll add a post type. We're going to call this movies. The plural for movies is movies. The singular is movie. And that's all we need to do for now. Then we'll add some taxonomy. So this will be, for example, genre. And we will have genres and genre. And we'll attach that to movies, and just have a wee look for...
Now this is the one that got me all the time.
I'll make it true on hierarchical, and that should be fine. Everything else is good to go.
Now that hierarchical thing, that means that you can choose categories on the right hand side from tick boxes, isn't it? Rather than having to type them in all the time.
That's the one.
That's brilliant.
And we might do one for decade. Just to show you the difference, I'll leave hierarchical off for this one. That's not how you spell decades. And decade. And here we go. So now we should have custom post type for movies and our two taxonomies down here. We'll go ahead and add a new movie. We'll put in Titanic. The first movie, we'll use some dummy text, and we'll add a new genre. So romantic comedy. Maybe not.
Too soon?
Yeah. Decade, I believe, was the 90s. So 1990.
So that's the difference between hierarchical on and off.
Yeah. So you can, of course, untick these, whereas these ones will just stay there for the life of the taxonomy. Hit publish, and then we'll create another one. Create a couple more. We'll do Blade Runner. Oh. And give it some dummy text, and that is a sci-fi. And decade was the 80s.
1980s, yeah.
And
did you click add?
I
have to click add?
No, on. And might as well do another one. So the new Blade Runner was Blade Runner
2049, isn't it?
49.
2049?
It can be.
It is now. We are the new, what do you call it? Place to go to for this information.
Yeah. Call that sci-fi as well. And that was 2010s. That and publish. So we now have 3 different posts in our movies post type. We have 2 genres and a couple of decades, I'm hoping. Yep. So the next step is we need to install our plugin, Divi Custom Post Types. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully I'll put it somewhere nice and safe. Hopefully it's here somewhere. In this mess. There we go. So we'll install that. Activate the plugin. Now, it's not going to look like much is happening once this is activated, but as soon as we create a page and load up Divi, we'll be able to see a new module. So we'll call this movies and use the Divi builder. And once we click insert, I'll pick our columns, we can see this blog custom grid. Click that, and for a start, let's just put romantic movies in. Hit publish.
Gotta hit publish. The amount of times I've changed the site, gone and checked it, and I haven't clicked publish, and I'm wondering why these changes aren't showing up.
So if I hit across, there we go, we've got Titanic showing up. Now if I change it to sci-fi, hit save and exit, and update.
We expect 2 Blade Runner movies.
Yeah, so we'll refresh that, and fingers crossed, yep, there we go. And let's try play with our decades a little bit. So let's just select these 2. Or actually, let's select 1990 and 1980, because that should give us Titanic and
Original Blade Runner.
Original Blade Runner. Hit refresh, see which one wins. There we go. Perfect. So the upshot of doing it this way is that we can use all the customizable features of the Divi builder. So should we want it to use the grid, we can do that. We haven't put any featured images on, but you can of course show those. Add drop shadow, change the text, whatever you want. All those awesome features. So I've changed it to grid. We'll just have a quick look.
Good to test this while we're doing a live.
Yeah.
Live feed.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so that about covers it, I think.
That is the plugin.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop us a line and we'll sweat a bit and try to fix things or take your suggestions on board or whatever.
Yeah, we're doing a push for the next instalment of this. So anyone's got any extra things I'd like to see involved, then yeah, now's a good time to drop us a line.
Yeah. Awesome. See you guys.